All right, what's up guys? Today I wanted to go ahead and check out the white cement 3s. I was finally able to get my size 11 after trying to size swap a 8.5 for I feel what's been over a month. The drop obviously was earlier in March and I've been sitting on a size 8.5 forever. A lot of places either had multiple 8.5s or they wouldn't have my size, which is true size 11, but I could have done a 10.5 if I really wanted. So either they didn't have them or they just had too many and I couldn't size swap and it was a headache. But shout out to my guys over at Common Hype, more especially Jace. He always takes care of me every time I come through. And with my size 8.5 that I had, they were in perfect condition, nothing wrong with them other than a little bit of a difference on the toe box. I might have some clips that I recorded when I had that 8.5 that I'll throw in. But that was really the only issue. Looking at this pair, everything seems to check out with thickness of the elephant print. Don't really see too many changes in it or anything like that. The tumble leather seems to be the exact same. The only area where there might be some difference, and I'll flip it this way, is the back heel tabs. One looks like it's not as yellow as the other, and this one looks a little bit wider. Not exactly sure why, but honestly, still love it. I don't care. This is a shoe that I actually want to double up on. So might keep this on ice until I see a used pair come out and then pick up that used pair, rock that, and then in a couple of years break this out again. I love the white cement 3s. I wasn't able to cop, let's count them out, I think 3 or 4 different releases. So we had the Jumpman Jordan one that came out with the logo on the back when I was in high school. You also had the 88 version that came out when I was in high school, couldn't afford that. And then the free throw line in 2018, not necessarily couldn't afford it, but that translucent bottom wasn't my favorite, especially for how much I would have wanted to rock them. And then obviously you all know the 88s were just so expensive, so when they announced this release, I had to get them. I didn't even care when I struck out on sneakers and everything, and Snipes got me that 8.5 because I was like, I know a trade swap, size swap can come, and I won't stress too much. And pairs right now, honestly, if you're not able to pick them up for retail, they're not going for that much more on, StockX, GOAT, eBay. It's one of those ones I think you need to add it into your collection. So that was one of my most recent pickups, white cement 3s. And then I also went ahead and did a trade. So if you guys watched the channel, you saw that I got a pair of the Pine Green Airships and the Jordan 12 A Ma Maniére in the white burgundy crush colorway. I wanted to really keep that A Ma Maniére just because I have all the other A Ma Manières and I felt the need to have it in the collection. The only issue is I do have a pair of Taxi 12s, which in my opinion is the best 12 ever, and I don't even wear that much anymore. One, because it's a little bit more worn in than I would like to just rock. It's had better days to say the least. So I really hope we get a retro of that. We are getting a retro of the Cherry 12s, and that's another one where I would just rather have that over the A Ma Maniére. I think that suede was better, the color was beautiful, but there was just something about that after taxes and shipping fees and that $260 price point that I was like, I don't really think I need this, and I think prices on that are gonna go down, and I'm sure I can find a used pair at some point for around $160. So that's what I'm banking on, is just get a cheaper pair in the future. So I went ahead and did a trade up basically with my guys over at Wang's Closet. They always take care of me. And as you guys can see, it's a Jordan 1 box. Jordan 1 is my favorite model recently. Growing up, I honestly didn't even care for the Jordan 1 that much. And a lot of that is due to the fact that the cuts of it were really bad between the 2008 through, I'd say even 2014 when they were starting to make some changes. I just didn't like the overall shape of it. It was the only Jordan that, had the Nike swoosh on it. There was a lot of factors that went in, but now as I've gotten older, I really love the Jordan 1. It matches a lot of the stuff that I wear just because it's simple. And of course, I traded up for one of the most hype beast pairs out, which is going to be the Mocha Jordan 1s. Now, this is a pair that not necessarily I was hunting or going after. I just had a really good amount of credit over at Wang's where it made sense just to pick these up. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep these in the collection or not, just because they are going to be a pretty easy mover if I want to get my cash back. What sucked about the pine greens and the pine green airships and the Reimagined is I couldn't return them. Reimagined doesn't allow returns on that type of sneaker releases. And then Soulfly, I don't think accepted returns on the pine greens either. So it was either keep those in collection and then just watch them keep going down in the resale value that I'd get back, or wash my hands clean with them and get into something that could probably make me my cash back, or that I could at least rock 1 or 2 times and it's like I'm renting the sneaker out. So you've all seen this shoe. It's one of the most heavily fake shoes, and it's one that I don't really recommend buying second market unless you're buying from like a trusted resale store. Usually with resale stores, they have a lot riding on their name, and it's all one of those things, you know, it's a smaller business. If a fake gets through, they're reimbursing you for that, or they have to lose the cash completely, and it's just a really shitty situation for them. So I know that they do their due diligence when it comes into checking these shoes out. So yeah, this is my most recent pickup. It was literally a swap for swap, so it was a 2-for-1 deal. They're gonna move those pairs quickly. I feel like anytime I've ever done a trade up with them, my pairs are gone quick. I wear a size 11, and that's just a money size that just rotates in and out of the door. And for me, a lot of the times, I don't like paying resale, so if there's something I really want, I just trade up. At one point, I believe my sneaker collection here in Arizona was close to 60, 70 pairs. I think I've cut that in half. Now I'm around the 30 mark, which still is quite a bit, and a majority of them are Jordan 1s. So it's a great pair to add in. Let me know what you guys think of the pickups. You know, obviously, as I mentioned, we were able to pick up the white cement 3s in my size and the Mocha Jordan 1s. If you guys like this content, please like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you all have a good weekend.